And welcome to the Milo Beasley Show. Dude, we're hanging out here at Louisville SuperCon. My guest this week, Brian O'Halloran. How you?
Always happens when you're videotaping.
At least it was the intro.
Right?
This is the Milo Beasley Show. This is the Milo Beasley Show. There's only one thing you need to know. This is the Milo Beasley Show. And now, here's your host, Milo Beasley.
And welcome to the Milo Beasley Show. Dude, we're hanging out here still in Louisville at SuperCon. My guest this week, Brian O'Halloran. How you doing, man?
Doing good, Milo. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for chatting with me. Is this your first time in Louisville?
No, it's like my 6th or 7th time. I was here. I shot a film down here a couple of years ago. I also was down here for Derby Week a couple of weeks.
Oh, I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's when this town is at its height.
Yeah?
It's like New Orleans during Mardi Gras. It's that kind of feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that seems awesome. Did you wear a hat?
Oh, I did the whole seersucker suit, the whole nine, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it had to be like hot as balls. It was like, oh my God.
This is my first time in Kentucky.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, welcome to Kentucky, man. The people here are great. The liquor is obviously the best.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
So you're a Staten Island guy, right?
I was. I moved last year. Originally from the Bronx, New York City. Then at the age of 10, we moved to Jersey. Lived in Jersey most of my young adult life. Lived in California and LA from periods of time, like 4 months here, 3 months there. Then find work back again in New Jersey. And then lived in New York City for the last 7 years, and then just recently, about a year ago, moved to Northeast Pennsylvania.
So Northeast Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So do you like the New York life or the LA life better?
You know what it is? I like the weather of the West Coast and the sunsets and the ocean, but I really enjoyed the fact of New York City and New York East Coast attitude and sports. New
Of course, yeah. I mean, New York has a lot of great sports teams, a lot of great traditions.
Yep.
So are you a New York sports guy then?
Yes.
All right,
that's why we're rocking the New York Rangers hockey team color. That's my team.
So are you a baseball guy, or a Mets or Yankees?
I'm a Mets guy, even though you were born in the Bronx. Why wouldn't you be the Yankees? It's because we had a family friend who worked for the Mets, and I took me to more of those.
Right. So you
games.
gotta.
Through osmosis, I became a Mets fan.
Of course, yeah. I'm the same thing back home. I'm a Florida sports fan.
Right on.
So when you went to LA and stuff, did you go to a lot? Were you able to go to a lot of away games and stuff like that for your teams?
Well, I was there for short periods of time. Like when we were shooting Clerks 2, it was during football season. It was like October, and so when we were in the rehearsal process still. So when a Jet game, because I'm a New York Jet fan, would be on, I couldn't get used to this. Getting up at 9 a.m. to watch what would be a 1 p.m. game.
Yeah. It's really
so
weird,
that was
right?
like weird that you'd be in the only place that had it was Hooters. I'm sorry, but that's where it was. I'd go to Hooters at like 10 a.m. and you see all these New York fans in Hooters watching the Jets or the Giants game, whatever you'd want to watch. And that's a weird feeling to me, having to get up so early to watch football.
Yeah, like when I go out there, like I think it's because like college football, I'm a huge college football fan. So like, games start at noon, so it'd be 9 a.m.
Right.
So I like getting up, when I go to California, get up, you turn on the TV, hey, college football's on.
Right, exactly. And that's the weird thing that it was. So because I'm an East Coast guy with East Coast attitudes and East Coast kind of love, and to be honest with you, I got more work on the East Coast than I did on the West Coast. I then resided back on the East Coast.
I wanna ask a story. Guy Hutchinson told me that you are a huge fan of balloon animal guys.
I am. Who's not a fan of balloon animal guys? I don't know about you. You make it sound like I go to like conventions that are only balloon animals.
He was telling me about a panel that you guys were doing, and the balloon guy stood right in front of you the entire time.
Correct.
And you're like, you couldn't see anything.
No. It was really weird. But no offense to the balloon maker, the guy knew his stuff. He was making the most intricate kind of balloon animals, and swords and hats and like dogs that walked. But the whole time in front of me, and I'm just like, come on, man. People are here to see me, not your balloon animals.
What is a balloon animal? What is that called?
Balloon art?
A balloon artist? Maybe.
Balloon sculpture?
I don't know.
I don't know. Balloon ecologist?
Do you go to school for this, do you think?
Well, you got to learn somehow. I mean, if anything, you got to be physically fit to have enough lung capacity to keep blowing
This is true.
up
I never
stuff.
thought about that.
Unless you walk around with now those drill gun things that look like inflators.
Yeah, that's cheating.
That is cheating, but hey, it's technology.
So I heard you mention that there will be another installment of the View Askew universe.
It's Kevin. If anybody follows Kevin's podcast or gone to any of his live shows, he's talked about this the past couple of months. We are now shooting soon to be shooting the new Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I've been asked to be a part of that, so I'm really amped about that. So this winter we'll be shooting that. Knowing how Kevin edits, and this isn't like a big, J.J. Abrams science fiction extravaganza, we should probably have it done, edited, and ready to go probably by the end of summer or middle of next summer.
Oh, perfect. So, great summertime movies.
Yeah.
Although the summertime now seems to be like those huge blockbusters.
Correct, but I mean, you're going to go see one big superhero movie or maybe two, and what are you going to do the rest of your weekends? You're going to want to go see a good comedy, and we're a great comedy.
I absolutely agree. It's one of my favorites. As you know, Leva Bates, Blue Pants.
Yep.
We used to sit at nauseum and make Clerks and Dogma, especially Mallrats references, Mallrats, which I was disappointed that there wasn't a Mallrats panel this weekend.
It was weird. I mean, I'm not in charge of the programming. It would have been nice to see, since we had Rooker and we had Joey Lauren Adams and myself, and then even the photo ops today was just me and Joey Lauren Adams. I was like, where's Rooker? But we've had those panels before at other cons. Who knows? There's future shows of the SuperCon promotions group that are coming up. There's going to be one again, a new one that's going to be in the Virginia Beach area, I've heard, and a new one that he's talking about maybe bringing up to Minnesota. So maybe we can get that kind of footage put together then.
That would be awesome. A thing we like to do here on the Milo Beasley Show is called the Top 5. I ask a random question.
You got it.
This one I think might be it's either going to be super easy or super tough because you're like, I can't do it.
We'll see.
Top 5 all time, no particular order, New York Rangers.
Oh, well, Eddie Giacomin, their goalie. Phil Esposito, Messier, you can't help but the captain Messier. Gretzky, he did play for us for a bit of time. And I got to say, Ron Gresham.
Oh, Ron Gresham. I'm an Esposito guy. I'm a Tampa Bay guy. So
there you go.
Yeah, that was a pretty good top 5.
Not bad, right?
So before we wrap up, I just have to ask, percentage 0.
And by the way, that's classic. Because I could go today and say like Lundqvist and say all these other great players, but I went old school classic of all time.
On a scale between 0 and 100, the percent of people who walk up to your table and ask if you're supposed to be here today.
93%.
93%. All right. So where can folks find you on the social medias?
On social media, Twitter and Instagram, it's Brian C, the letter C, Brian C. O'Halloran. At both those. And then for Facebook, it is that Brian C. O'Halloran, or the Brian C. O'Halloran. I think it's the Brian C. O'Halloran on Facebook. That's my fan page. I run my fan page. I don't have a staff. I don't have a social media company. It's me. You send me messages. That's me answering you back.
That's fantastic. And of course, if you don't already follow me on the socials, at The Wrestling Bum all across the board. Anything else before we wrap up?
No, I got to say, I enjoy myself here in Louisville. For your viewers out there who haven't attended this show, come back next year. I think they're having me back again here this year. Or any SuperCon. Come to the SuperCons.
Thank you. See you guys next week. I think it's Mickey.
It is Mickey.
It is Mickey. Bye, Mickey.
Wow, that was so weird. It was like, Lord, is that you?
Well, it's Mickey.
It's me.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You found out about the Mickey Mouse gig via your friends, right?
Yeah. A friend of mine is a Pixar animator, so when Disney decided to start doing auditions within the studio, she got the email, which she sent on to me.
So my friends wouldn't even tell me if like Burger King had like a buy one get one, much less tell me about a possibly career-defining moment. Like,
I think you need better friends.
I think I need better friends. How are your friends seem awesome? Do they need another friend?
They're all right. I mean, yeah, you can have them if you want.